Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
I don't understand why the media and other Browns fans are trying to pressure Deshaun Watson to play for the final preseason game. In my honest opinion, the injury bug has not left us since early 2024 when we were in the playoffs. I don't think that we should put him in the preseason game because the tackle position, he can get hurt, something could happen, and y'all will be like, well, we told you shouldn't. Like, they'll try to flip it to make it seem like it was their idea to start him. But in my honest opinion, I just say Deshaun Watson sits, waits till week 1, and we go from there, especially coming off that shoulder injury. I do not want to risk the Brown season in the preseason when it doesn't matter. I would rather go into the season him fully healthy and ready to go.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Let's welcome in Dalton Wasserman, PFF data analyst, also the co-host PFF College Football Show. Dalton, I completely understand that line of thinking, and I kind of agree with it. They said that Watson was going to play. Then you lose 3 tackles in the second preseason game. Your first 2 tackles haven't played. Your first 2+ tackles haven't played much. Man, I'm kind of with you. I don't know that I'd do that. I mean, your thoughts on playing a guy when the offensive line is beat up?
Yeah, I agree. Look, I think there's a heavy part of every season. Honestly, it's just some of the healthiest teams make it to the postseason, even as opposed to some of the best teams, right? And I think for a team like the Browns, I know last year they made it with playing 4 or 5 different quarterbacks, PJ Walker and Joe Flacco and DTR and those guys. But your franchise hinges on Watson, right? And that's playing 4 quarterbacks in a season is not a sustainable way to live. And you would rather, instead of him getting 10 or 12 reps in a meaningless game in the preseason 2 weeks before the season, let's just get him healthy. The shoulder appears to be fine from what they've been saying in practice. I'm with it. I think the vast majority of teams are not playing their starters in the final preseason game. Anthony Richardson for the Colts did this week, and he's coming off of shoulder surgery, but he's a young kid who needs reps, right? By now, Deshaun Watson should understand the NFL game. He should be smart enough to know the playbook by now. He's already been in it for a couple of years, and he just has to improve as the game reps and practices get going. I don't see a reason to play him in week 3 of the preseason.
Yeah, the only way I would do it is if he says, I really want to go and play a couple of series. And if he says he doesn't, I wouldn't play him either.